Welcome to Smart Water News. I am Geoff Flynn.
And I'm John Kelly.
And tonight we have a lot of interesting stories for you guys tonight. The first one is
Ferguson and the controversy surrounding Michael Brown's death. We have Caroline Rando reporting live for interviews.
On November 9th of this year, Michael Brown was shot 12 times by Officer Darren Wilson of the Ferguson Police Department when returning home from a convenience store. Details of the encounter differ from here. On November 24th, the grand jury, consisting of 9 whites and 3 blacks, decided not to indict Wilson. This has caused a series of violent riots against the police force.
Hi, I'm here with Emily Carver and Zaza Brown, 2 Gettysburg College seniors, and they're here to talk to us about their opinions on the Michael Brown case.
So Zaza, what are your feelings on it?
About the rioting, I feel about the rioting in Ferguson, I really appreciate public outcry because I feel like any response is the best response. And for the people who are like uncomfortable with the violence in Ferguson, I don't really understand that because I don't think emotion should be diluted in any way. So, and I'm just worried like this is a very pivotal time, just like a civil rights movement, but we're gonna realize it too late in order to make the change. Like our children are gonna realize how incorrect the social justice system is, but we aren't prepared to make the altercations ourselves. And that's just, I feel like we've finally been given like the opportunity for change and the space for change, but we're almost too scared for the advancement to move forward and like to go outside of the lines that we have molded and drawn so clearly.
Well, I agree with Zaza that your emotions are diluted, but I also agree that there's a better way to go about how you feel about the outcome of the case. Personally, I was upset when I heard about the vandalism and looting of the actual crime of the convenience store that Michael Brown sold from. I think that is an interesting and almost ironic decision that's being taken, and I feel like there's other ways that we can recognize the social injustice without violence.
Thank you, Caroline. That was very interesting. And now our next story is from Juan, and it's going to touch a little closer to home.
Hi, I am Juan reporting live from Smart Water News. Roughly 5 years ago, a horrifying murder occurred right here on campus that very few students are aware of. Emily Silverstein was brutally murdered by her boyfriend in a house on Water Street that current students still reside in. This story reminds students to be conscious of not only the dangers of domestic violence, but to be aware of the warning signs to prevent history from repeating itself.
Our next story is on DPS, and they're preying on freshman students and giving them points. Here we have Kristen to talk about DPS. Kristen, do you think DPS gives points to freshmen unjustly?
Definitely. My freshman year, I was just in the hallway and the RAs were like doing their rounds and they were putting up a ceiling tile that had fallen outside a room. And one of the girls that was in the room had opened the door and they saw a beer can. And just since I was like in the area, I had to like list my name and like go in for a meeting. So like I got points and I wasn't even in the room or like involved. So I feel like they definitely are like looking to get anyone and everyone.
A series of emails sent to the students of Gettysburg College in September described acts of fondling in which an unknown male suspect was grabbing female students' buttocks on campus. I'm here with Stephanie Cross, and she's going to talk to us about the fondler incidents and safety on campus.
Hey, I'm Stephanie Corrales. The recent fondler emails that I received actually were very startling to me. I'm scared to go outside. I didn't enjoy leaving my dorm room by myself, let alone going out. So I didn't really do much during those few weeks. I'm happy they caught the guy, or supposed guy. We aren't quite sure because recently we also received another fondler email maybe like a month later. I'm not trying to get fondled, so I'd prefer if people would stop. You need help. And I don't really feel that safe on campus with that person around or people that allow that. So I prefer if that would not happen. That's how I feel about it.
Thank you.
I'm Geoff Flynn, and I'm here reporting from the library with my fellow friend Gabe. So Gabe, have you recently heard about the racist acts that are happening in European soccer games, such as the Donny Alves situation, where somebody threw a banana on the pitch, and Mario Balotelli, where people are making monkey noises at him?
I have heard about it. It's quite a travesty.
It is. Do you think this affects the game of soccer at all?
Well, I mean, it's not positive motivation, and players tend to perform better when there's encouragement instead of negative criticism, such as booing or racist remarks.
Yeah, yeah, to really catch them off guard. How do you think this plays an impact in racism in our culture?
Well, it just shows how prevalent racism is still in our society. And I mean, there's been instances recently, like the Michael Brown things, and people are protesting. So obviously, it's something that people need to address.
It's a very big issue. Thank you, Gabe.
That's all we have tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in tomorrow for more groundbreaking news. I'm Liz Juan.